folks, how you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. I'm up here on my own. It's not filled up very much, is it? Guess you know why I'm here. By the title of the video, I was going to do this on Sunday. Today's Friday, but I insured the bike today. And I just thought, sun's setting, I've got to get out on it. I really have, because I'm not going to be out tomorrow. I think the weather's going to be terrible. So I might as well crack on with it, okay? There it is. If you don't know what it is, it's a 2022 Lexmoto LXS 125. Just look at it. And you see that there, the gold leaf Atari? That's our family's racing name. What my family use in America on the race cars. It's an absolute stunning bike, and I tell you what, it's not brand new, it's new to me. The bike's 8 months old. I paid less than £1,875 for this bike. Seriously. And I got it delivered. I've put stickers on it. I even got a tail tidy thrown in with it, a brand new one. And the pièce de resistance, folks, is look at that exhaust. On the seat exhaust. How many TNCs? How many 125s are there with an exhaust like that? Seriously. Why does that seat look a bit like it's not put down properly? Yes, it is. So, I mean, seriously, come on. What I'm going to do, it's my first ride out. I've literally been out on it 20 minutes. It's 13.8 horsepower, water cooled, 6-speed gearbox on it. And I've just come along that road there, and it's quite breezy. My TNT struggled to do 50 along there. I've just come all the way along there in 6th gear for fun. I absolutely love this bike to bits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop back on it, we'll go for a ride, and I'll explain to you my reasons why I sold the TNT and how this bike found me. Because I love superbikes, this kind of look. But the riding position is just not for me. As a matter of fact, I got to a point where I was that fed up with the TNT that I was thinking about giving up biking. I really was. Because I'd found another bike, but I wasn't going to get that till May next year. And everybody's going like, oh no, you can't do that. It's too long, we'll miss you too much. It's not the same, you not being out. So I got peer pressured into getting a bike. So like I said, we'll go for a ride and I'll explain what's been going on. Because sorry about the sniffling, I'm really getting over a cold. You've got the display, I hope you can see it there. It's got the gear change indicator on it and your fuel. You can dim the brightness of the screen. But yeah, folks, I was all about done with biking, and then, oh dear me, it's not got a very good turning circle, I'll give you that. Am I going to make it? Not really. Yeah. And I won't mind, I've just bloody gone through it cleaning it. The insurance on this, I was paying £98 for the TNT. That was third party fire and theft. I've gone fully comp on this bike and it's cost me double. Which is no biggie. So yeah, folks, the reasons, they're in no particular order. It's just, I didn't say anything to Sandra, I didn't say anything to anybody apart from my missus, where my head was at with the TNT. And I have to say, this past 4 months, I've been really unhappy with it. And I'm going to tell you what I personally disliked about the bike, because it's not perfect. And I did do a video saying what the TNT 125 needs to be perfect. So I'll crack on with it. The front suspension, too crashy. And then other times it seemed really, really firm. Which I don't understand why that was like that. The rear suspension, even though I'd wound the coil all the way down, was still too firm. The seat was too narrow and not enough cushioning. Then there was the lack of power. On 50-mile-an-hour roads, sometimes that bike really struggled. It really did. And the thing for me is, the last time I rode that bike, it was 2 weeks ago, and we were on a dual carriageway. It went from 30 to 40 to 50 to 60. And my point being this: there's Manchester in the distance. Every time I saw a national speed limit road or a 50-mile-an-hour road, my heart sunk on the TNT. Because when that bike's at 50, 55, and don't forget, I reset the clocks and I put a 16.2 sprocket on it, and even then, at 50 miles an hour, the bike was screaming its balls off. Excusez-moi. And I put that loud ass exhaust on it as well, and that just didn't help. And I just got to the point, folks, where I was like, I didn't even want to look at it, never mind ride it. So on a whim, 2 weeks ago, I just put it up for sale, and it was gone 6 hours. Got what I was asking for it. Happy days. And that pretty much sums it up. Also, the power band on the TNT is at about 6,500 RPM, something like that. Now, don't get me wrong, with the TNT is concerned, riding it around towns, villages, cities, whatever, or just having a blast on it, being a bit of an idiot, fantastic bike. I'm not going to start beating up on the TNT. It's a fantastic bike for that kind of stuff. But I was just getting to the point where I was just getting fed up of the lack of power and everything. And don't get me wrong, I knew exactly what I was getting into when I got that bike. And if you've watched my videos, you'll know that the bike I originally put a deposit on was a KTM Duke. And this was just after we came out of the second to last lockdown. And they said to me, it's going to be 6 months because they're really busy, because the government were telling people to stay off public transport. So I was cool with it at the beginning, but I just wanted a bike now, so I got the TNT, and the rest was history. And ever since I've been riding that TNT for 18 months, and that Duke's always been in the back of my mind, it really has. So when this bike went, I started looking on the classifieds, because I thought, I don't want a brand new Duke. I just can't be bothered with the running process. I found it really laborious. Anyways, I found a bike, and a Duke that is, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get this. And to cut a long story short, there's tons of Dukes about. And one of the things about the Dukes is, the thing that I liked about it the most was the screen. And my missus was like, you can't buy a bike just because you like the screen. And I'm like Marmite with them bikes. Sometimes I think, wow, they're brilliant, and then other times I don't think anything. So just before I was going to ring the guy to buy this Duke online and sort out delivery, a pop-up popped up, and I tapped on it, and it was this. And I was like, it's bloody gorgeous, it really is. So I watched all the videos on YouTube about this bike, and there's not that many, to be honest, because it only got released last year. And I read all the reviews and everything and all the specs on it, and was like, I don't know if 13.8 horsepower will be enough for what I want out of a 125, because this bike's heavier than the TNT. And like I said, this one popped up on eBay. Nobody bid on it except me, and I couldn't believe the price I got it. I feel like I've stolen the bike, I really do. A lot of traffic, it's bloody rush hour. And as I said, I don't really like the leaning forward position on this bike, but what it is, Lexmoto did the LXR, and a lot of people complained and said it was too big, i.e. to sit on stuff, so they decided to build this. And this bike is not only lighter than the LXR, it's got more power and torque than the LXR, it's faster than the LXR, and it's got a lower seat. And on top of that, what they've done, they've brought the bars further up and further back, so technically even though I'm not sat up straight, I'm only leaning about 15% more further forward than I was on the TNT. So anyways, when the bike got delivered, I rang Sanjay and said, oh, the bike's here. So he came down, wrong gear. Bloody hell, I was in fifth then. Forgetting it's got a 6-speed gearbox. And he sat on it and he's like, bloody hell. And I went, what? He went, this seat is so comfortable, I went, tell me about it. And he was like, wow, I love the position on the bike. I really do. And he was making all the right noises when he was leaving, kind of like he might buy one next year at some time. And it's like, look at this, I'm in fifth, drop it to fourth. I'm doing 51 up this hill. The most I got out of my Benelli was probably 40 miles an hour. And it's like got twin wavy discs on the front. It's CBS on it. Wavy disc on the back. And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, the power band on this bike, you get full power at 8,750 RPM, which when you sat at 50 or 60, it's still not in its power band. It's amazing. It really is, and it's so much more comfortable to ride than the TNT. Like I said, I'm not going to call that bike. I cherish that bike. As a matter of fact, the lad who bought it off me messaged me 2 nights ago saying he really loves the bike and he can't believe what condition it's in. And the other thing as well, the fairing keeps a lot of the wind off you. That was crap gear change. And I can talk. Yes, lad. I'm doing 60. Couldn't do that on the TNT. So, if I will say, without a doubt, it's more comfortable to ride. The seat is definitely more comfortable. Just bear with me a second. I just want to check this bloody thing's not looks itself loose again. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's more comfortable, more power, more torque, and it just encourages you to go fast. It really does, and open it up. And trust me, when it gets into its power band, you can feel it. You really can. But yeah, oh, it looks like a bonfire. I was going to wait till Sunday, but I had to get out on it. Because I did say on the last video I'll be doing the reveal on the 30th, it'll be tonight, which is the 28th. Well, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm not going to even attempt to overtake this car. Just taking it easy. Look at that, I'm barely opening it up. And you can see on the mileage there, it's now 905. And I want to give a huge shout out to its previous owner, Robert, because he put collection only, and I messaged him saying if I won the bike, is there any chance he could get it delivered to me, because he's from down south. And he was like, nah, it's too far. And then about an hour later he was like, look, if we can agree a price on fuel, again, apologies for the sniffling, I'll bring it to you. And basically it was 5 hours from where he lived to my house and 5 hours back for him. And I kid you not, like I said, I've never seen one of these bikes in the flesh, ever. And even when my son saw it, he's like, oh my god, Dad, I love that bike. I might turn around and go back over the twisties. Yeah, I am. There's another road I want to try. But yeah, it's just... Like I said, I'm not going to beat up on the TNT. You all know I love that bike. But like I said, I kind of avoided the highest speed roads like the plague, because it was just pointless and it just made me depressed. Well, it didn't make me depressed, it got me down. I want to see how fast it goes up this hill. So yeah, folks, see what I mean? Power band now. And it's, oh man, it's just an entirely different bike to that TNT, it really is. And I also got another Q bag, tail bag, a different one. This is called the Dakar, I think. 30 quid on eBay. I won it at an auction, brand new, for 16 quid. Oh man alive. I couldn't do this on my TNC. Not this speed. I know it's not much, but every little helps, right? Oh my god. No way. I'm getting used to it now. Can we see the tower? Yes, we can. Had a fantastic few nights away with the missus as well. But as I keep saying, I wanted to try something different. Like I said, I've never looked at these bikes and wanted to own one. I've always admired them and thought they were beautiful. Look at that. Only in 5th, they're nearly 60. Sanjay lad, you need to get one of these bikes. You really do. It's even accelerating up this hill, the TNT never did. And I tell you what, the rev limiter's not as intrusive as it was on the Benelli. And honestly, the gear change on this bike, so silky smooth. Oh man, 60, buzzing. Big to do. And the tyres on this, I've never heard of them before. I've reviewed them, the CST. Apparently they're the best tyres you can get in China. They're equivalent to Michelin's apparently. And I've no argument with it, not in the slightest. Oh man, I think I've found my forever bike. And the thing is, I was going to get a Yamaha Tricity 300, but I just wanted to give 125s one more go. Wow, it is a 65. Unbelievable. And it's just so stable. That's 60 and it's hardly trying. Well, 57 there. Well, yeah, I know what I mean. Oh, I just can't wait to go on ride outs on this now. I really can't. And like I said, oh, where's my jacket? So I wondered why my jacket was filling with air. I bloody zipped it up properly. Oh dear. Come on. Bloody Nora. Look what we're going on. That just shows how I'm not getting any air hitting my chest, because usually I'd be freezing. And another thing about it, because the exhaust is under the seat, it's warm in my bum. Won't be that good in winter, I can imagine. Well, actually, there's another road up here I want to try. Sorry about how clumsy I look. I'm still getting used to it. Been out on it, what, half an hour now. But it's just a relief not to have that really vibrating engine and being able to sit at 30 for fun. I mean, going up here on my TNC, it was, you know the score. Look at that. Effortless. This is a road I've been down a few times on my TNC. It's a 50-mile-an-hour cambered up road, average speed and all that stuff, and my TNC just struggled, especially when it got onto the hills or when the wind started hitting you. But honestly, it feels so much more planted than the the TNT. Here we go. 50 was an achievement on the TNT, I kid you not. Oh man, oh, I'm speeding. Not, ugh. I'm gonna have to change my visor. It's so easy to go over the speed limit on this, whereas the TNT struggled, honestly. Trust me when I say this. That's where I was a minute ago. Happy days. Not even anywhere near its power band. Honestly, my TNT struggled to do 50 along here. This is just smashing it. But yeah, the only other mod I'm going to do now is Oxford heated grips, and that's it. Oh man alive, this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Effortless. So my point's this, folks, like I said, if you want to run a round town type of bike that you can have loads of fun on, CNC's your bike. If you want something where you've got roads like this, get anything that's above, I don't know, 12 horsepower. This is effortless, absolutely effortless. You can see on the RPMs there, it's just smashing it. Absolutely buzzing. Like I said, I feel like I've stolen it. That's enough of that. Neutrally. So yeah, folks, that, oh, I'll show you it with its lights on. Oh god, I've knocked it off again. Oh. Look at that. How nice is that? Very nice. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to sort this out. Oh, it's a bloody pain in the bum. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all so much for watching my review. I really do appreciate it, and I hope I keep you all as subscribers. I really do. And as per usual, folks, wherever's my key? Take care of yourselves, bloody know, and each other, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.